In this session, I'm going to discuss about the topic, the various approaches towards international business. International business approaches are similar to the stages of internationalization or globalization. The concept of approaches towards international business was advocated by Dufflers, Wind, and Perlmutter. They have identified the four basic approaches, which are as follows: ethnocentric approach, polycentric, regiocentric, and geocentric approach. We shall discuss each approach in detail. The first approach advocated by them is ethnocentric approach. The domestic companies normally formulate their strategies, their product designs, and their operations towards the national or domestic markets, customers, and competitors. But the excessive production, more than that, the demand for the product, either due to competition or due to changes in customer preferences, force the company to export the excessive production to foreign countries. The domestic companies continues to export to the foreign countries and views the foreign market as an extension to the domestic market, just like a new region. The executives at the head office of the company make the decisions relating to exports, and the marketing personnel or staff of the domestic company monitor the export operations with the help of export department. The company exports the same product designed for domestic market to foreign countries. Under this approach, thus maintenance of domestic approach towards international business is referred as ethnocentric approach. So under this approach, the domestic company does not formulate any different marketing strategy for the foreign market. It views foreign market as an extension to domestic market, just like as a new region. This approach can be used by a small company or a company which is new in the field of international business, but it may be harmful in the long run because here the same product is marketed to foreign country without any modification. The next approach is polycentric approach. The domestic companies which are exporting to foreign countries using the ethnocentric approach find at the later stage that the foreign markets need an altogether different approach. Then the company establishes a foreign subsidiary company and decentralizes all the operations and delegates decision making and policy making authority to its executives. In fact, the company appoints executives and personnel, including a chief executive who reports directly to the managing director of the company. The company appoints the key personnel from the home country, and all other vacancies are filled by the people of the host country. The executives of the subsidiary formulate the policies and strategies, design the product based on the host country's environment and the preferences of local customer. Therefore, polycentric approach mostly focuses on the conditions of the host country in policy formulation, strategy implementation, and operations. The executives of the subsidiary formulate the policies and strategies, design the product. So, therefore, the conditions of the host country in policy formulation, strategy implementation, and operations are considered. So, in this approach, the company adapts an altogether different approach for foreign markets. They formulate strategies according to the environment of foreign country or host country. So, foreign companies establish foreign subsidiaries and empowers its executives which formulate marketing strategies. So, this is the polycentric approach towards international business. Let's discuss the next approach towards international business, which is regiocentric. After working successfully in a foreign country, the firm now wants to enter into neighboring countries in that region. In a company with a regiocentric orientation, management views regions as unique and seek to develop an integrated regional strategy. It markets more or less the same product to different countries but adapts different marketing strategies too. Let's move on to the next approach with geocentric approach. Under this approach, the entire world is just like a single country for the company. They select the employees from the entire globe and operate with a number of subsidiaries. The headquarters coordinate the activities of the subsidiaries. Each subsidiary functions like an independent and autonomous company in formulating policies, strategies, product design, and human resource policies, operations, and so on. A company with geocentric approach views the entire world as a potential market and tries to develop integrated world market strategies. The company opens different subsidiaries in different countries and each subsidiary works as an independent company. It formulates strategies, policies, and designs the product as per the environment of that country. So we have discussed the four approaches towards international business, and the first approach was ethnocentric, second approach is polycentric, third approach was regiocentric, and the fourth approach is geocentric approaches towards international business. With this, we complete the session on approaches to international business.